Well, they should be ashamed of themselves. They should be ashamed of themselves.
You're going to slate it in your review, then?
Lucinda, there's only one thing worse than being served a terrible meal, and that is being served a terrible meal by earnest waiters who are unaware of the dreadful things that they are doing to you. This is a flagship 3-star Michelin restaurant.
Well, he was named Chef of the Year.
Lord knows why. What was yours like?
Well, I suppose you've got to be more rigorous. After all, food critique is what you do. I just came along for the ride. I thought I might get not so much a review, more an observational piece, you know? My readers all complain about the cost of eating out, so I thought I'd visit a classic Parisian gastro palace as a reality check. We could all have a good laugh at the rich people and then back to business as usual, a little wiser.
Did you see how the maitre d' looked baffled when I asked him to supply us with a menu, including the prices?
Well, he did do what you ask.
I suppose once you've had a look at those prices, you never want to see the like of them again. Starters and mains. They're the same price, running from 70 euros to 140 euros. Do you realise, at this present rate of exchange, that's 121 pounds for a single plate of food?
Well, at least it's not your money. When do you have to have your copy in by?
Quentin wants it in by the weekend. I'm supposed to go over to Pontoise tomorrow to cover a beetroot festival or something. That'll be fun. Thanks for coming to do this with me. Having someone to share this hell with makes it somehow more bearable.
Don't be such a drama queen. Think how many people would die for your job.
Traipsing round the world, reviewing horrendously overpriced food.
Well, I suppose one is really paying for all this. The gilt mirrors, the chandeliers, the whole place shouts money. A bit like football fans shout at the ref. They even bought me a footstool for my handbag.
Of course they did. And the thick carpets are there to muffle the screams.
Didn't you like some of the canapes to start with? Some of them were half decent. That tart thing with the very thin pastry, you know, with chicken liver mousse and diced cornichon. I could eat that again. What was that transparent ball thing on a spoon?
Oh, that. That was a spherification. It's basically a globe of gelatine. Ferran Adria perfected it at El Bulli. It's terribly 1990s.
It looked like a Barbie-sized silicone breast implant.
I'm surprised they have the gall to still serve it in a place like this. I remember seeing one in a horrid Spanish bistro near Leighton Buzzard. Master chefs turn it out all the time. It's their big idea, it's their shtick. It's all they have.
And what did this one taste like?
Rather like eating a condom that had been left lying about in a dusty greengrocer's.
Madame a fait son choix pour le dessert.
Oh, dessert. I'll try the cigare en mousse au chocolat envelope de tuile. Thank you. And no more wine.
Pour monsieur.
Le cheesecake au persil. I'll keep the menu, thank you. I haven't finished taking my notes. It's like being at the scene of a crime.
bizarre. My companion and I spent over 2 hours on our midweek luncheon at the Chateau, and yet the restaurant was never more than half full. Not that the older gentlemen accompanied by their nieces at the other table seemed to care, as they laughed together at some intimate joke or other.
Very good. Are you going to say anything about the main course?
Well, I didn't like the pigeon. I asked for it to be medium, but it was served so pink it could have flown off the plate given a few volts. And it came with pureed watercress, which was unusual. You didn't like your lamb tenderloin, did you?
Ah, the poor lamb. It never stood a chance. Filet d'agneau à la Provençale is one of the classic dishes of French cuisine. Completely ruined. I suppose the caramelized onion sauce was meant to camouflage the damage. Sticky. Like the floor at a teenager's house party.
Perhaps the dessert will cheer you up.
The eternal optimist. Tell me, how is Gareth these days? Any news on his reassignment?
No, he's still his old self.
Mousse au chocolat pour madame, et le cheesecake pour monsieur. Vous avez tout ce qu'il vous faut.
Yes, thank you.
Je vous en prie.
What the hell is that?
It is frozen chocolate mousse cigars wrapped in tuile. It's a sort of flap of milk skin.
Looks like something that's fallen off a Burns victim.
I'll just eat round that bit. How's your cheesecake? What's that green stuff? It looks like they put the lawns through a blender.
Not grass, no. Parsley is brilliant with fish. But in a cheesecake? I think not.
Shall we just have coffee?
I don't think I trust them with coffee. Lucinda, why do we do this?
Oh, it beats me. I wanted to be a rock star. Still waiting for somebody to ask me. Meanwhile, writing pays the bills. Do you want a mousse cigar?
Thank you, no. It's tempting, but no. Let's go and get some fresh air. I gather there's a rather nice walk along the Seine. Perhaps we'll find a good, honest patisserie somewhere nearby. I'd be happy with just a simple chocolate eclair. Or a madeleine, like Marcel Proust. Unless you have something else you'd rather go and do.
No, not at all.
I'll get the bill. They really should be ashamed of themselves.